Did you know that every illness has an emotional connection to it? If we look in the world of medicine and we look at the world of spirituality, and just to caveat this, this is all entertainment purposes. This is just not medical advice. If you have an illness, please seek medical attention. But when we look at this from a spiritual standpoint, every illness that we have is because our body is sending us a message. There is an emotional connection to it. And as soon as we realize that, we will get to better understand on how to actually heal ourselves. Many times what happens is that we go and looking for answers, we're looking for band-aids, I'll call them, for an illness we have. Now, for a quick example, I'll say that cancer has always been associated with anger and resentment. And a lot of people just don't want to believe it. They don't want to admit or even say, I don't have no resentment towards anybody. And what will happen is they'll have cancer, they'll go get the cancer removed, and then the cancer shows up in another part of the body. That's because our bodies are not actually being healed from that emotional connection, and we're just temporarily putting a Band-Aid on it. And, we can go to retreats, we can go to doctors, we can see specialists, and obviously if you have something that needs to be removed or something, obviously you have to seek that. But, if you're at the point like I was where you've done everything and you've seeked everything and you're still not getting answers, then there is some emotional connection to it. People with chronic back problems carry the weight of the world because they feel they need to carry and do everything for everybody, and they end up having back problems, right? They don't look out for themselves. Same thing as I mentioned with cancer is where people have some kind of hidden resentment, and it might be from another lifetime. It might not even be from this lifetime. The other thing is people with diabetes just don't have sweetness in their life anymore. For some reason, that sweetness is gone, and now that's showing up as diabetes. So you really got to give yourself a thought, right? There's some great books on this. If you want, comment below and I can recommend them, that studies have been done, and there is ways to overcome them just by healing that either emotional trauma, the emotional wound, or whatever that emotion, just sometimes realizing it, just admitting it is enough. I can't tell you how many people you tell them that, this illness is connected to this emotion. They're like, absolutely, I'm not like that. No way, it can't be me. That's because they're in denial and they just don't want to admit it. And there's nothing wrong with it, right? If you have some anger, you have some resentment, and it could be from a previous life. It could be from a childhood memory that you've deleted. You don't even remember it anymore. So how are you supposed to heal it? So, these are some of the things that, if you're at that point where nothing's working, take a look at your emotional stand and see what might be there, or you can seek, therapy or, other types of, methods, right? I have one that I use. So, but, take a look and see, what comes up.